Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. These are 24 projects coming out to you, 2 a week all the way through and into December, and this is the project we're making today. It is a gorgeous box. This is a lidded box. The lid does come off, but obviously I've tied it up, and it is really nice. The finished dimensions of it, 6 inches tall, 2 5/8 of an inch all the way round, which is 15 centimetres tall, 6.5 centimetres there. And you can see I've got a failed score line in there. I put the score line in wrong and I didn't like it, but I decided to leave it just literally for the sample because it's actually quite pretty. But I'm going to show you how to make it. What do you think? Gorgeous, huh? Okay, you need a piece of cardstock that is 8 by 11 inches, which is 20 by 28 centimetres. I've got a squeaky chair again today. Really need to get some oil on it, don't I? Okay, on the long side, you score it every 2 5/8 of an inch or every 6.5 centimetres. So it's 2 5/8, 5 1/4, 7 7/8, and 10.5 inches, which, oh, hello fennel. I wasn't expecting it. Come on, thank you, just parade around the desk. 6.5, 13, 19.5 and 26 centimetres. I've got her basket is underneath the desk because there's a nice radiator just there, but down there, no, she doesn't want it. Okay, and then on the short side, score at 2 inches, which is 5 centimetres. And then with the lid is designer series paper. That is just simply a piece of 6 by 6 paper, which is 6 by 6 inches. Now, if you want to work in metric, cut yours down to 14.5 centimetres. It will be a fraction shorter, but that's all. And then score it at 1 5/8 of an inch. And you need a little scrap of cardstock in the same colour as the base, and use it almost like a kind of a shim. I call it a butt bar because it butts out. And it's just a hair. I don't know how well you're seeing it, probably not. Just a little extra that it pushes it out. And score this at 1 5/8 of an inch on all 4 sides, which is 4 centimetres on all 4 sides. And keep going around. She's settled herself. I've got my extra desk next to me, which is where when I'm prepping for filming, I have a second desk that I bring out, a temporary desk, and I put all of my supplies on it that I need for the filming, and she's sat in the space where all of these supplies used to be. Right, that is my bit that's going to be the label on the front. I borrowed it. Okay, so let me just grab the lid because it's the one closest to me, and a bone folder. And I've just headbutted the camera. Okay, fold and burnish all the way around. I love this paper. I've really struggled to use this one. This is delightful Dijon. That's the main colour there. And yeah, I really struggled with it. But then I put it on a card and I thought, actually, I could really get on board with this. Who says Christmas has to just be red and green or gold and silver? We can make it yellow or autumnal, doesn't matter. Okay, let's get my good big scissors. So this is the main part of the box, this part here, and you can see where my extra score line went in there, and then I thought, no, I don't want it 2 5/8, I want it shorter. So with this part, just trim away and then cut up these score lines, and I will hover it in a second for you. There we go, so I've just taken a tiny little bit out there and that skinny bit, and then these are all loose. With the lid, I think I'll put it this way around so you can see, cut straight down the side of the rectangle and into the square on both sides so that it looks like that. So I've got a little wedge, and then rotate it 90 degrees and just keep rotating round. And that will avoid overlap, because if I had both sides going like that, that goes further across the middle and it would have overlapped and it would have just been too thick. So by rotating it, it means that there is just that little extra piece of cardstock on each side rather than 2 thicknesses. Okay, let's get rid of those and bring out my fast fuse. So I want to fuse down here. That will be the doorbell. I hope somebody else is going to go and answer it. That's the back of the box, so bring that round. And then the lid, because that's the main part of the box. Put adhesive on all of these tabs. Nobody's answering that door, are they? And then we're going to put the lid, put the base inside the lid and bring it up, just make sure it's positioned correctly. And then this means I will get a perfect fit on my box. Oh, oh no, that stuck itself down. Oh, none of it stuck itself down. I'm all of a jitter now because that doorbell went. Do you know what? I'm going to take this one off for now. That butt bar will have made it fit perfectly anyway. Perfect fit. There we go. I didn't need that. Right. In the catalogue, in the Petals and Posies section, we've got a trio pack of ribbons. Mint macaron, rich raspberry and delightful Dijon, which is the one I want, because we actually don't have a black ribbon. We have black twine, but not a black ribbon. So underneath, whoops, over, under, over that way, and now I can tie off a bow, and then I will come and finish off by doing that bit of stamping. Oh, it's a bit slippery, I can't get hold of it. Look at that. I'm getting better at the bow thing, aren't I? Love it. Okay, so my stamping, I've gone for the warmth and cheer, no, wrapped in warmth stamp set, because that goes with the paper, which is warmth and cheer. And my two pieces for this, so I've got one in the same colour cardstock, Delightful Dijon. This is 2 by 3 inches, which is 5 by 7.5 centimetres. And this one's 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, which is 5 1/2 by 8. And I'm going to stamp on there. Move all this out of the way, and I want Wishing You a Season filled with warmth and cheer, which is this one. Let me grab a block. Which one have I got? This is a D block, and I want to try and get this lined up. I could use my Stampin' Magic. Today I'm being lazy. Archival ink. Now, if you haven't seen me do this tip before, this is a different fabric inside the archival to the other ink pads. They've got foam, so when you tap on it, it sort of squidges down and the ink comes up. This isn't, this is fabric. So you twist, tap, 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 and then when you stamp on your piece of cardstock, it will be a great image. And I'm going to stamp towards the bottom, just checking I've got it the right way up. And that gives me a great dark black image. Oh, look, and that was nicely scented. Right, let's get this on, because I don't know if I want to go for a gold ribbon or a black, gold twine or black twine. I had gold on the other one, had gold on there, and I don't know whether I want to go for gold or black. I actually think I want to go for black. Yes, the gold won't look right. 3 layers of that. So I get a nice thick bow. Oh, that's probably way too much, but with my little fiddly fingers I'd never get a bow tied anyway, so I really can't do these, can I? Oh, off with the excess. Mini glue dot onto the back. I reckon this is a pretty good manly kind of gift box, or somebody who fancies yellow. And what I want to do is run adhesive down this part from this corner here to here. So I want my fast fuse on there, because that will then line up with the ribbon. Oh, it's going in the other direction. So it's attached to the ribbon, not the box. What do you think? I do hope you like it. I love it. I think it's a great box. But thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon.